All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is time for the Canik Chat on America's favorite quality of life improvement podcast, The Caliber Corner. It's season 5. It's episode 278. We're getting older and older every week, but we're here to bring you lots of good news and information, and we're having fun doing it. So today, we're talking about Canik Firearms, the past, the present, the future. It's one of those things where some people just love the brand, and then some people don't really pay attention to the brand. A few people might have tried it, but they're not sure. So we're going to take a look at the history of Canik. We're going to take a look at what their current production is and kind of where they're going and what's going on. Spoiler alert, Canik is actually opening up or has already opened up a U.S. factory, and they're kind of having to do that to get their micro compact model out there because of importation rules. It's actually cheaper, which is sad, to make a factory in the U.S. to make the gun than it is to try to bring the gun under all the rules and regulations and restrictions. So, Canik, very interesting company. So we'll talk about their manufacturing and what they do and how they make their guns. Again, we're not promoted by any of these brands. We're not getting paid by them, but we're just here to let you guys know all about them. So
I absolutely love their new steel frame gun.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they got the Rival series that's out now. Yep.
Yeah. So if it wasn't for the shadows and me being so invested in that, actually, I may be buying a couple.
Steel frame the SFXs are a really nice series too. I mean, they're a nice step up from the TP. I've shot an SFX before, and just the value overall, what you get, we're talking Glock prices, but we're talking much more out of the box. And we'll talk about what comes with the gun and what makes them maybe a little bit superior in terms of how the guns are outfitted from the factory versus, say, a box stock Glock. You know, what are the differences between the two? You might be surprised. I mean, really, seriously. And I know that they're Turkish manufactured and stuff. But we'll get into all that fun stuff a little bit later on. So, all right, before we do that, let's go ahead and let the panel introduce themselves. So just right down over here, we got Foos. Foos is loose. Foos, how's it going today, man? What are you doing? What do you got going
on? Right now I'm talking with you guys, and then I'm going to go to the range as soon as this is over. And then I got to go celebrate the woman's 40th. So she's having
the
shindig. Yeah.
You guys are getting old, man. Oh my God. I thought she was like 27 or 28. You shouldn't be revealing her age online on the air, over the air.
I'm an old fucker.
Man,
sorry.
Man.
Sorry.
Right.
Sorry for the
That's right. It happens once you realize you're getting old. It's like, man, I'm getting old as, that's right.
Yeah. Like it hasn't hit her because, I mean, we all know whenever we hit 40 or whenever the first digit in our age changes, like that hurts. And it hasn't hit her yet.
I pretty much missed my 30s, dude. I mean, I don't even remember my 30s. All I did was work and go to school. That's all I know. And now I'm like starting to slow down a little bit and kind of enjoying life a bit more. It's like, God, I missed a whole decade. I remember my 20s because I was in college and, wrapping things up. But 30s was just like on the grind, man. That's all I remember. I don't even remember. I don't even know where I've been. I mean, pre 40, I have no clue what happened.
I really don't remember early 20s was college and stuff, but late 20s, I don't remember my 30s. So I started shooting at 31. Okay. So that I remember that because I remember all the fun stuff I had there. It's just all the 20s. I have no clue. Like
I knew. Hang on a second. I got to catch the door. I knew the dog was going to do this. So right back. Hang on.
So.
I like to keep the door open, but unfortunately, every dog that goes by has to set off the dog alarm. So that's good. It's good to have Ammo Dog in check. So anyway, Foos, good to have you with us. How's competition going? Are you getting ready to ramp up your shooting season here this year?
I'm only doing two major matches this year, just because of costs, looking for houses, stuff like that. It's really tough for me to justify spending $700-800 on a match whenever I need to put that for a down payment. I'm only doing two. One is up in very south of South Dakota. That's at the end of May, and then I'm doing another one here in Kansas City in early June. So, cool. And that's it. And then I'll probably swap up guns and just have fun, just pure enjoyment of the sport.
Yeah. And you're doing more with the organizational aspect of it too. You've taken over your local branch, is that right? For US.
I went ahead and took over a local range so that we do a match I set up a match every Tuesday night, and then the very first Saturday of every month, I put up a match. So I'm heavily involved.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Cool. That's good, man. Priorities change, responsibilities change, but you're still living the dream, baby. That's what's important.
Mhm.
So,
And I'm having fun doing it.
yeah.
That's the thing, is I'm having fun doing it. We've had several people move out of the area that were in this sport and prominent in the sport and helping out. And so I'm like, well, I have to step up.
Mhm.
So
No problem, man. Good deal. Cool. All right. Also joining us today, it looks like the guy's on a road trip. We got a field trip today, Squib. What's going on, man? How's it going? How you doing today? Let's get this microphone.
If I can find the right button.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in Indiana right now, so just got through a traffic jam. I swear, one of the construction workers were out there dancing in front of everybody.
I would.
At
I'd
the
be
first.
That's living the dream. You got yourself a nice state job with a good benefits package, your own real time frame. I mean, what are they going to do if they get mad? You're just going to walk off. They can't go on. The road's not going to get done. You're living the dream, man.
I guess, but yeah, he was showing off his moves.
Just kind of sitting there going like this, like flipping the sign around, dancing around. He's probably doing some TikTok stuff, probably going viral,
There you go. There
That's
you
the
go.
tax dollars at work, people, right there. There you go. Mm-hmm. No, sorry, the Indiana citizens' tax dollars at work, not yours, Squib.
Well, I'm on an interstate, so there could be some federal money. Could
this
be.
is true. This is true.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Oh man, good deal. All right, well, guys, make sure you check out the Squib Lift and the Squib Load and the whole Squib Empire over there on YouTube. Lots of good stuff. Lots of fun. Never know what you're going to see. All kinds of goodies over there. Might be a food test or a revolver test or anything. Who knows, man? Good deal.
Yeah, I'll probably be dropping out. I'll see if I can jump back in, but I have no idea what reception's going to be like.
Okay, that's fine. We'll let you guys know if you're kind of warbling and stuff. And Foos, on your end, can you maybe boost your mic a little bit? I've got you cranked up all the way. It kind of sounds like you're on the other side of the room. Can you maybe bring your mic a little bit closer to you before we get started?
What about now? A little bit better?
It sounds about the same. I mean, I do have I got the sound boosted all the way, but I should have did a little pre-audio check.
No, I'm using a different mic. Let's see if I can't.
No, that's better.
Boost.
So
it's using the default microphone instead of my.
Oh, you have a computer mic that you. Oh, okay.
What about now?
There you go. Now you're good. Oh,
yeah. The StreamYard was not using my headset. It was using my computer, which whenever I turned my head to change it, I started pointing right to the computer.
Oh, it's always so technical running these things, people. People think it's just us just sitting down and hit and go live. It's never that easy. So that's all right, man. Much better now. Cool. All right. And also joining us, we got Single Shot. Single Shot, where are you at and what are you doing? What's going on, man? All right, he'll be back here as soon as he can. He was kind of dropping out a little bit in the pre-chat, so we'll see if he's back. But a question from Tacos and French Fries: are Caniks as reliable as Glocks? It's going to take, like somebody had mentioned earlier, a couple decades of field use experience, R&D, customer, opinion to really kind of formulate that decision. Foos, what do you think, man?
So the SFX, remember that came out like 3-ish years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
I know a guy. He's halfway in with the ammo company, halfway on his own, and he's like, he went through it. He's like, this is some good quality components. I want to see how it runs. He has not changed out a part, and he's over 100,000 rounds on that one gun.
They have won some industry standard. Canik itself has won some industry standard manufacturing awards. And Canik, by the way, they were the parent company, whatever. They've made aircraft parts for Boeing, Lockheed Martin, Airbus. I mean, they do have an industrial base, so they are using, the proper machinery to do things right. The component durability, the metallurgy. That's the kind of thing that we're kind of curious about over time. I haven't really heard of, other than the first run Canik TP9s having some issues with like non-NATO spec ammo. They've really changed and adjusted things. And I mean, honestly, I think they're on par with, say, an M&P or a Glock just in terms of fit and finish. If you ever actually handle one, look at it, and shoot it. Now, just
Yes.
overall durability and reliability, and it's like things that Foos is talking about right now. You know, there's somebody that's got 100,000 rounds on one right now, and they haven't changed a major component. I mean, that is
As far as
to yeah.
So as far as like Canik is much better than Smith. Canik on reliability is up there with your Glock, your CZs, your guns that have been out there forever. Fit and finish, superior to Glock. Just downright 100% superior.
Now, like actual finish wise, I know a lot of your Caniks have a Cerakote finish on them over like a stainless, but Glock's got their whatever their they used to do a Tenefer coating, now they do something else, but like a nitron now or something like that. I mean, the polymers feel about the same, the components feel about the same, and I mean, you can't say that just because Glock is, you know, in 65 or 75% of law enforcement's hands doesn't mean that it's the superior handgun overall. That's just part of how Glock is marketed and been aggressive about getting out there and getting their guns in the market. And they do prove themselves, you know, because that's a big question is, you know, do I want to go with, say, a G17 or do I want to go with like a Canik Mete, which is about the same price? What do I spend my $500 on, my $550 on? Which way do I go? Now, Caniks have gone up in price. You know, I'd say probably $25 to $50 over about the last 3 or 4 years on their MSRPs. But
the issue with Canik is it's not just gone up in price to go up in price. It's they've gone up in price and added stuff to the package.
Yeah, and that's one of the things too is unlike Glock, you know, Canik usually gives you a holster. They will give you Glock does give you multiple mags. Canik will give you a cleaning kit, more accessories. Or even doing bundles now where you can get O-lights that come with them. They've got one that comes with 2 holsters, one for your gun with the light, one without the light. The mag pouch comes with it, the cleaning kit, extra mags plus 2 extensions, 3 mags total. I mean, they got some really good bundles and value. Like the one that I got, I had an Elite, TP9SC is what I had. I think I paid $349 for it. And I mean, out of the box, very capable gun. That was the one that you shot when I was down there. So, I mean, they do offer a lot of value right out of the box. I would say try one, rent one if you don't know. Ergo's, the origin, the design is based loosely off the Walther P99. I mean, it looks very similar, kind of their striker system and the way they do their slide pop / slide release. So they do have a good kind of basis and foundation to go from. And then even before then, and we'll get into the whole history of it, but even before then, Canik used to make with TriStar the T120, which was a Jericho 941 clone, and then also a compact model. So Canik's been doing guns for a very long time. I think it's 20 years at this point. So I mean, they've really got, you know, some good origins, and they've got some good platforms that they build from. Hey, real quick, let's let Single Shot go ahead and introduce himself. Single Shot, are you back with us? How you doing?
Well, we're trying it. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, man, we're good. We're good.
Okay, good.
Very loud and clear.
I've been scrubbing bugs and getting fuel for this thing, so.
Oh, there you go.
Kind of busy here.
Yeah. Vanessa Kitty said, who's burping? What'd you eat and drink? Oh, we're all just smelly, stinky old men, Vanessa. We all just let it go whenever we want to, and we don't care. So you never know. You never know what you're going to get on this podcast. So that's right.
Oh, we're doing all right. I got a lot of stuff that's going on at the house and trying to get time to get videos done.
Yeah.
That's not working out so well.
Yeah.
I had so much to do there. I got contractors that are hopefully going to be contacting me about doing some electrical work and get that done.
Yeah.
But I've just been running the roads, running my regular schedule, getting back into from Muncie, Indiana.
Gotcha, man. Well, hey, we're happy to have you back, and you know, maybe we'll convince you to go check out some Caniks. You said you haven't fired one before, but you're familiar with the brand and you know of them. But yeah, they do have a lot to offer and a variety of different price points, a lot of different models and finishes and whatever you want. So, all right. So real quick, GSB9 says, does Canik have any models that share mag compatibility with other proven designs? I don't know what Canik magazines are compatible with, to be honest with you. It's always tough because, like, you'll buy a brand, and I know, like with Torso, it'll take this mag, or this could take a Sig mag or that mag. You'd really have to kind of get into the forums and ask around a little bit. It's hard to tell, and sometimes like you'll have mag compatibility, but the base plate can be the reason why it doesn't work. So it's really hard to say. I will say this: when I did have my Elite TP9 SC. I did buy it kind of post-pandemic, and I did have trouble finding extra mags for it. It's like Canik just couldn't keep the mags in stock. Maybe that's changed now. I was never really able to get extra mags for it, but I've run into that before with new models of guns from major companies like FN and Ruger. So
yeah, that's changed. They're pumped. They're available.
even though Metgar, I think is the manufacturer, if I'm not mistaken, for Canik magazines, which is always solid. I mean, Metgar is
I don't
great.
know. Yeah, I don't.
And that's
know.
good because they're a major manufacturer, and they're going to be around. It's not like when that model's gone, that mag's going to disappear. There's an abundance of them out there, you know.
Right, and Maggar, they are a company that makes mags. They understand magazines.
Yeah.
I mean, every CZ75 mag out there is a Maggar.
Is it Metgar or Maggar? I thought it was Metgar.
It's Metgar.
Metgar. Okay, I was like, is it Metgar? I've been saying it the wrong way for like 20 years.
No, sorry, my bad. Metgar.
Just like Canik, we're probably not pronouncing. I've heard people say it's Janik or Janik. I don't speak to
It is, yeah. We Americanize it.
But I mean, even I'm watching factory tours and they're calling it Canik. So I mean, it's like, okay, we'll just go with that. I'm gonna worry about it. But I'm sure somebody out there, some keyboard warrior, is gonna be, you guys pronounced it wrong. You don't know anything about guns. I know, right? Real quick, Defense Dad says Canik makes a good gun. I'm just not a fan of the hip hop styling that they do. I'm not into flashy color gun accessories. Well, I mean, Canik makes the Miami Days and Nights models. They make two. They make a white gun, and all their other guns are either FDE or black, and that's really it. So it's not like they make a whole bunch of different flashy color. I would say Taurus, you can almost argue that Taurus has, more color options that they offer. I think Canik might have like one robin egg blue, but I mean, to me, they're not quite as flashy as some of the other guns that are out there that you can get. But yeah, I mean, that's just it. Because they do, yeah. I mean, you got to try one to see what you think about it. And they do have their executive series, which are pretty nice, but they're also fairly pricey. But yeah, like I said, we'll get into the history here really quick. Let's give a shout out and see who's watching today. We've got 500 Magnum out there. We've got YNH. We've got Bearded Lunchbox, Defense Dad, New York Outcast. He, what do you say here? New York Outcast said, I just dropped cash on a bunch of new seeds yesterday. I'll be in the garden too. There you go. Outcast did want me to boot you out, Foos, for what you said about Smith and Wesson, but we're gonna let that go.
No, I'm talking about their M&Ps.
Yeah. Okay. Just like comparing the TP9 series versus the M&P series.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it'd be nice if Canik would offer some other calibers. I think they're strictly 9mm, but that might just be kind of a NATO thing. But they do not think do anything at 9 or 40. They might have in the past done something different, but they've always been 9mm. So yeah.
Yeah, they're a strictly 9, which I don't blame them. I mean, the whole 40 or 45 thing, like.
Well, there's a supplier in the Turkish military who's also NATO ally, so they're going to be running NATO.
They're going to run 9mm.
Yeah.
9mm. You're not going to see Canik in a 45. Period.
I can see him doing something radical, coming out with like a 10mm just for the heck of it. I wouldn't be surprised if they do.
No, because you have to redesign the entire grip. You redesign the gun. Because
from a marketing standpoint, if they're at a point where they can afford to do it and they just want to get one out there, you never know what they're going to do. So
why the marketing for a 10mm plastic gun isn't big enough for the R&D and to get it across the pond.
Yeah, with the American factory though, there's a possibility it could be made domestically too. You never know. I mean, yeah, you and I can agree to disagree on this all day. I mean,
yeah.
I'm just saying with 10mm being a big marketing thing now, with High Point coming out with one and FN coming out with a 10mm, and all these Smith just releasing theirs a couple of years ago. I mean, it's one of those things where you never know. They would probably do a 380 maybe before they do a 10, just because they could use the same frames, change the barrel, change the mags, and that's it. So, or if they even need to change the mags. So,
well, they'd have 40 before a 10mm, just because, just like what you said, everything except the ejector and extractor is the same.
Yeah. Continuing to let people know who's joining in. 500 Magnums out there. Bjorn's out there. Tommy Gunn's watching today. We got Defense Dad M. Gabriel in the house. M. Gabriel says, like Taurus, Hyundais have gotten a lot better too. That's right. We were having this Hyundai discussion versus Mercedes, CZ versus Canik. Earlier, Josieola is out there. Who else is watching? Kim Williams. My mom is out there. Morning, Mom. We will definitely be safe today. Gunmetal Guy USA, Fluffy 10mm Jeep Guy, Mountain View's in the house. Mike's out there. He says, yo, Mike, right back at you, bud. Bearded Lunchbox, Kingpin, tacos and French fries in the house. We had a little M. Gabriel comment out there earlier. All right. So, why don't we just go ahead and get into, like we always do? Let's take a few minutes and we'll just go through the history of Canik, kind of what the found origins of the company. It's always kind of interesting to see how they got started. You know, like a lot of things, Canik did not start off as being a gun company. They were an aerospace parts manufacturer, industrial manufacturing company that then bought into some companies that made guns, and then from there they kind of took over. And so that's how a lot of these companies get their start. So just real quick, let me just go ahead and share my screen with you here, and we can take a look at what we got. I'm not going to read the entire article because this was actually a factory tour and a write-up about the factory from this source that I'm using right here, which is located over on allforshooters.com. So it says an insight into the history, development, and production of the successful manufacturer of pistols, long guns, as well as accessories and clothing. So I don't know if we get any of the Canik like brand long guns or PCCs or anything like that here in the U.S. I'm sure they have a whole military division. Most of these companies do. Since they supply the Turkish military, I wouldn't be surprised if they do SMGs or ARs or something like that. But you usually have to go to their country of origin website to find that, because you're not going to get it on the Canik USA site, because they're only going to show you on the Canik USA site what's exported to the USA. So, guys, as I'm reading, you can interrupt me if you need to. If there's a comment out there or a question, or if there's anything I'm missing, just give me a holler and let me know. Or if you guys want to chime in, just let me know. Okay, just go ahead and talk over. That'll be fine. All right, so it says, on a tour of the Canik plant in Samsun, which is in Turkey, it says, with the general manager and board member, C. Utku Aral, a representative of the third generation, now at the helm of SYS, we had a competent guide who took us through the plant facility spread over 3 production sites in the Samsun city area. We're able to see highly motivated employees in state-of-the-art CNC centers, as well as an up-to-date process optimization system. So this is what goes into the manufacture of Canik Firearms. They do make a model of firearm that's probably going to surprise you, which I'll talk about in a little bit. This also includes a quality checking system, which, in addition to computer-aided control tools, makes repeated use of manual checks during ongoing production. Canik is one of the few companies in the firearms industry that has a 3D measuring machine with an accuracy of 1/10,000th of a millimeter.
Wow.
Nevertheless, Canik continues to use the tried and tested gauges, dial gauges, and calipers, in addition to the digitized measuring process. So there's a video you can watch that goes along with this article, and I'll post a link to this article in the description box a little bit later on. You can watch it. They're taking a tour of the entire factory from start to finish, showing you how these guns are manufactured. And it's pretty fascinating to watch. The company also relies on computers for the process of optimization. Thanks to appropriate software solutions, the design engineers and quality assurance specialists have an insight into all the processes at all times and can access the data from all company locations, also from the headquarters in Istanbul and the subsidiary plant in the USA. So I think the USA plant's up and running, and I thought that's where the SC was going to have to be finished or manufactured, the TP9 SC or Mete SC, whatever they call it, in order to get it sold in the US, because they can't just bring it over from Turkey. Okay, so how did Canik begin? When did things kind of get started? Canik's success story began in 1988, almost a quarter of a century ago, in Samsun on the Black Sea coast. There, the Aral family acquired the Samsun Armament Industries production facilities, their production permits and licenses, and established Samsung Home Defense, or SYS in Turkish. The Arals, that's the family that owned the company, had acquired the machinery and permits of a company that produced handguns, but none that were in demand. So for about 10 years, SYS focused intensely on research and development. During this time, the new owners financed SYS from the revenues of their other operations. By 2005, their first owned products were made under the brand name Canik, and they were able to produce about 50 to 100 handguns per month. Today, by contrast, Canik produces about 1 gun per minute. What a difference. I think they said they were hoping, I can't do the math on this one, but Canik was talking about doing 3 shifts in the USA, 24-hour production, and I thought they said they'd be pushing out 25,000 guns a year. Maybe it was more. I can't remember. We'd have to do the math on that. By its own account, Canik has thus become the 7th largest manufacturer of 9mm pistols in the world. In addition to around 450,000 pistols so far, Canik also manufactures around 3,000 M2 QCB heavy machine guns in 12.7 by 99mm 50 BMG at the Samsun plant. Incidentally, the M2 QCB, which is descended from the Browning M2, or more precisely the M2 HQCB, is the largest and only Turkish Ministry of Defense approved and qualified MG in the country. So they do make a heavy machine gun. So it's no surprise that Turkish defense contractors also own UNIDEF, which has been developing firearms integration solutions for air, land, and naval platforms since 2013. So they are huge into production in the military industry. They started working on the TP9 series pistols, which we said were loosely based off the Walther P99 platform. And we'll talk about today. So now today, Canik focuses on the U.S. market and becomes a global player. Success in the USA started in 2009 with the first model of the TP9 polymer pistol family. The gun was well received by the U.S. market. By the way, to date, SYS has exported more than 2.5 million Canik pistols to the U.S. In 2010, SYS joined forces with U.S. manufacturer Century Arms to form a joint venture called Canik USA, and has since been tackling the huge U.S. pistol market from Vermont and Florida. While the full-size and compact versions of the Canik pistols will continue to be manufactured in Samsung, the compact, the subcompact, and ultra-compact models will probably be produced in the USA where demand is highest. And like I said, that's also part of exportation laws and rules. Last part. Canik's success in the USA is also fueled by the fact that the company's TP9 family pistols has won the coveted ICA Pistol Awards 4 times in the last 5 years. Most recently, the SFX Rival was named Pistol of the Year 2022, which is their all-metal framed pistol. Speaking at the awards,
Rival S is the
that's the steel.
Rival.
I thought both Rivals were steel.
No.
Okay.
There's a Rival and a Rival S.
Okay, we'll take a look at those. Okay, I didn't realize there was 2 different ones. So that's the problem with Canik. Every time I go to their website, they've added something new I had no idea they were making. So speaking at the award ceremony, Canik CEO said, as our Canik brand expands from Turkey to global markets, it confirms its quality worldwide and further increases its recognition through the prestigious awards it has received. With our products reflecting our deep-rooted history and innovative face, we not only showcase the quality of our company, but also that of the Turkish defense industry in particular. With our products developed by our team of experts through many years of studies, we provide users with a better shooting experience. I mean, this is just any CEO talking, right? But you got to try the guns for yourself to decide if you like them or not. We see this prestigious award that we've received in the USA as a reflection of our success in the most demanding market in the gun world. With the award we have received, we can represent the high level we have reached in our research and development and innovation in the world while continuing to increase our market share in the USA. And then finally, approximately 95% of the pistols manufactured in Samsun, Turkey are exported. In addition to the USA, Canik pistols currently reach 68 other countries according to SYS. So Canik is not a company that's just making guns in some nondescript, metal Quonset somewhere. They do make an entire line. They do make, we're talking industrial production, military production. So that's kind of where we are. That's kind of where we are right now. And it seems like a lot of people that really get into the brand really, really enjoy them. They buy multiple models. They get different colors. They get different types and styles. And I mean, I don't know how you guys want to take this comment, but to me, Canik has kind of turned into the Glock, so to speak, of the Turkish handgun world. And I say that because they're using like a very similar platform all the way across the board, and they're tweaking it or changing it or making a different variant of it from its base, which was the original TP9. Yeah, Foos, go ahead.
The Canik's trigger, one thing that always, since they came out, people have raved about is their trigger. It is very
smooth. It is very, I mean,
it's probably by far the best striker, non-fully cocked striker fired gun trigger out there.
Would you say it's because of the components they use? Do you think those nickel components make a difference in it? Because they're using nickel fire control group and stainless.
I don't know, but it's fabulous. And with like a $25 spring, you can make them as light and as crisp as almost any 1911 out there, and you're still pulling that striker back every time you pull the gun. Like it's phenomenal.
Yeah, like I said, just if you get a chance, the thing is, I remember watching Roll Call 219. He had a TP9 SF, the Special Forces model, which is kind of like their version of a G17. He had a lot of problems with it, but it did look like it had a lot of wear on it and a lot of use, maybe some abuse. I mean, I wanted an SF, and then I watched this video. It's like, maybe I don't want to get this gun, or maybe it was an early production. I know that Canik has changed their recoil springs to be more friendly with 115 grain 9mm ammo, which is what a lot of shooters in the USA shoot. Canik is not. Canik can be on the lower end of the price point, so somebody buying it might not be into investing, into premium ammo at $25 a box. They want laser aluminum at $15 a box, $10
because NATO spec is 125 grain moving at just shy of 1,200 feet per second.
And that's what the original Canik guns were made around because of the NATO spec ammo and their suppliers. So they've since changed their recoil springs and their kind of they're set up to handle a softer shooting round, essentially, like a lighter round.
Yeah, because the 115 flying at 1100, that's, I mean, the recoil spring wasn't made for it. Like the gun wasn't. I mean, it was designed around 9mm, spec, but it was designed NATO spec.
Now, Tony says I couldn't say that I've ever seen Canik in person, let alone held or fire one. Yeah, if you go to Shields, they have an entire wall. If you have a Shields nearby, they've got about a 5-foot section that's all Canik. It's all the different models and colors and stuff. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I bought my TP9F SC Elite, which is their compact model, which it was still kind of chunky. It was just kind of a cut down version of like a TP9 SF, or the Elite. That one I think I paid like $349 for, but they've gone up to around $400 now. And I remember your TP9 SFs were $349 for a while. Now they're pushing around $400. So I mean, by the time you figure in shipping and also transfer and tax, you're about the price of a Glock. So it's like, maybe but if you like the ergos better, you like the trigger better than a Glock. You don't necessarily have that dingus coming down to the trigger. Some people don't like that on the Glock. You might find the Caniks to be a little bit better value. Now, somebody made a comment earlier saying that their accessories are crappy. And one thing I will say was my Elite SC, I did have trouble finding a holster for it initially because it was a brand new gun, but it came with a holster. It came with an outside the waistband / inside the waistband holster that you could use either way. It wasn't injection molded plastic. It wasn't Kydex. And the problem with that was no matter how much I tightened it, it just wasn't quite molded exactly to the frame of the gun. So it would kind of shift a little bit in the holster, which kind of bothered me. But it was a holster, and it came with a gun. So I used it until I could get another holster, which I actually found on eBay by a little mom and pop shop in Florida that makes holsters. They happen to offer one for that model. They were like the only company making one. And I got the holster for like $25. So if you get some of these new Caniks, say you're running that threaded, suppressor cap on the end of it or tall sights and stuff, you might have some trouble finding holsters for it initially. So kind of take that into consideration before you go buy one. So you go buy the $800 executive series that you see that guy right there holding in the picture, and then you can't get a holster for it. You might have to use the one that comes with it until somebody makes one for you, or you're able to locate one that you can actually use. So yeah, that's what I'll say about that. But I mean, there was nothing wrong with it. I like that Elite SC. It was just a little top heavy. It was a little thick, good carry gun, and it came with like a 15-round mag, and I had a sleeve for it and stuff, and it had the 12-round mag or something that came with it. It was good. I had it for a short time, enjoyed it. Boost, you got a chance to shoot it, and then I think I traded in on a P365 is what I ended up doing. So I mean, it was a used P365, which I've been happy with too. So again, but now with those SC models out, they've kind of shaved down the sides and made them even thinner because they compared the Elite SC to the new the micro compact model. And it's only about 2/3 of the size of the SC. So we'll take a look at those here in just a little bit. Defense Dad says, I'd still rather have my actual Walthers. Well, who wouldn't, right? I do like the OD green slide the TP9 Elite had in 2019, though. Damn nice looking gun. Yeah, I wish they would do more OD green. They do kind of a gold and then sometimes an FDE in black. They do some two-tone tungsten black slides. And then they've also got like a new graphics series that they're introducing, which we'll take a look at. And then they did the Miami series. And I don't know if the Miami series was just kind of because of the fact that they have a headquarters in Florida. So they did the Miami Days and Miami Nights retro paint scheme, which we'll take a look at here. Those are limited in how many they're going to make. They're kind of cool looking, kind of fun. Me, I'm not really into neon. I mean, I did the neon thing in the early 90s, not so much anymore. But, if you like that retro style, kind of like Grand Theft Auto, Vice, whatever, kind of look to the gun, dealing with neon and flamingos and palm trees, you're probably going to like that style of gun. So, yeah. Foos, which one did you say that you would go for if you were to buy one? Which one kind of caught your attention?
The Rival S.
Rival. Okay, why don't we just go right to the Rival S?
So it's their newest one. It's their newest one. It's basically the gun's identical. The Rival S. The only difference is steel frame.
Okay, so this is your Rival S right here. $899 MSRP. You're probably looking more like $799 to be real.
And like all those slide cuts, it's not just a look. It is to get the weight and balance of the gun and what it's supposed to do. You have the wraparound back grips. Most of them just have grip insert, and it's just the back.
Well, that has an actual complete wraparound that comes with it. You get different thickness.
Yeah. So all that black on the side, that could be removed because if you go back to the other one, it's easier.
Yeah.
So you can see the right in the top curve of the S and right underneath the leg of the S, there's screws.
Yeah.
So those come out and so all the way around. So if you go to large, that entire thing is larger, not just the very back.
There you go. So you get thicker sides
Yeah.
and a back. Looks like you get 2 mags with it. You get a little mini toy gun that comes with it.
Well, that's extra
tool,
screws. That's
tool
your
or something
tool.
Like that?
That's your breakdown. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, speed loader. And you've got different plates on the top for mounting your optic.
It comes with all the extra plates. Mm-hmm. So you get this, and any optic you have, you already have your plate for it.
Okay.
Like, this is stupid cheap.
And you do get the holster with it, which you may or may not like. You get your punch with it, your cleaning kit. You get your side adjustment tools, your speed loader.
No, it sucks. It only does come with 1 extra mag. But
you'd want to make sure you can source more if you're really going to get into it. Now, can you compete with something like this, or is this just going to be for?
No, that is production. Well, with the Magwell, that is the new limited optics, which is going to be available to shoot in here in a couple weeks, May 1. But optic plate, absolutely just run it. And what's cool is your rear sight is on your optic plate that comes off, so you can sight it in, remove that, put your optic on, remove your optic plate, and then put your rear sight back on, and it returns to 0.
Oh, nice. So you don't have to worry about that. It'd be nice if they could have cut it a little bit in front, though, so you'd be able to, go witness. But I mean, that just not everything's going to be convenient for that. Well, depends on how far you're getting into the striker mechanism and the channel.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to get low enough on it.
Yeah. Not a bad looking gun though. And then they also offer this. They offer what they call the dark side model, which we'll go back here in a second. Which is all black, which I thought was pretty cool. I think Jim Burgess out there was telling me that this is the one I need to get. He's like, you got to get a Rival S dark side.
What I would do, I'd grab one of each and then swap the slides on them.
Oh, that would be sweet. Yeah, buy both of them and then do a slide swap and have a 2-tone. Dude, that would be sick, man. That would be so cool. That only cost me $8.99, $8.99. Okay, we can do this. Can I get buy one get one free or something? So $9.49 for the silver model, and then the all black one is $8.99. So they must be charging you a bit of a premium for that extra slide finish and that paint that they're putting up there, the 2-tone finish and everything.
It's not
and the barrel.
It's stainless.
Well, there's black. I'm saying whatever that coating is that they get that color.
I don't think it's black.
Oh, it's not. Oh, it's like a mirror reflected.
That's
it's
mirror.
See, okay, so this looks black from this side. It looks painted.
No, it's
not. It's an optical illusion. That's actually on the outside. It's a mirror finish exterior with like a matte inlets or whatever you want to call it, inserts in between, like matte finish in between. Oh, okay. So for an extra $50, you're getting some nice finishing, gunsmithing, whatever you want to call it on there. Some ports in the barrel or some ports in the slide there. Dude, that's a nice looking gun.
Yeah, there's 0 ports in the barrel. All that is
lightning cuts.
Well, not lightning cuts.
Lightning cut.
You can take and cycle it, because most people will take and grab it right where on the Ford serration. It is a phenomenal pistol. I kind of want them, but I did tell the woman I'm not going to buy any guns unless it's unless it's infield P17. So
okay, there we go. Let's just kind of start off just to kind of go on the low end just real quick, and we'll kind of go through all the different series. So TP9 series, what we're checking out right now, this was basically, they don't make the original TP9 anymore. They've kind of done a bit of a revision. They got the TP9 SA Mod 2, and what's unusual about this is you have a decocker, and I don't know if this is like a true striker decocker, trigger decocker, if it decocks it to a double action mode. I'm not sure exactly how it works, because I know with the P99 it had kind of a weird system that was like a partial decocker or a full decocker, but you can get the SA Mod 2 with the decocker button on the top of it. And this is basically kind of a step up from the original TP9, but this is going to take your more modern magazines and accessories. Yeah.
So what that does is
it says manual decocker safety lever. So yeah.
Well, yeah. So what that decocker does, they'll take your trigger bar off because the TP9 that one, it's a single action. So the striker is fully cocked, unlike their traditional ones. What that does, it'll take the trigger bar off the striker, so it will actually do that, and then your trigger, it'll basically make it a double action. Actually, no, it'll just drop it. So you have to cycle the gun
like a little half. You have to do like a little half cock on the slide or something in order to get it to fully charge.
Yeah.
It doesn't take a full. You don't have to do like a full retraction of the slide. It just takes a partial.
I don't know about that. I don't know how much.
How it works. If I'm not mistaken. I thought they said it just takes a small amount to recock the striker.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Because it does drop that off the. It does take and drop that off of the striker. So
now this one, okay, so this one, the DA model does a double action decock. It'll decock the trigger and put it into a double action longer trigger pull. I guess you can almost say maybe a little bit longer pull, a more deliberate trigger pull. So if you want that,
kind of like a
almost like a Beretta, double action, single action.
Yeah, it's a DASA striker. Like this is the only one I've seen of that.
And I think maybe the Walther P99s might offer that option. They've got an odd like kind of trigger setup on those. They have what they call like a tension trigger, or I don't remember what they call it. There's a stress trigger, I think is what they call it. There's a different name for it. So I think it can give you a shorter second pull or a longer second pull or something. But yeah, so again, the DA is going to give you that option, which is really cool if you like that. And these are available in black or this funky gold color. So the only thing is I wish they do more of just an FDE across the board. I don't really get into the flashy gold thing. I mean, some people might like that, but TP9 SF Elite, which was the next step up. This is kind of the order they released them in. The Elite was a more compact carry version of the TP9. And then there's the SF Elite. Let's see here. That one's 429. That's a 10-round model. And then the regular Elite was kind of a Glock 19 competitor. I think this is a 15-round model, if I'm not mistaken. And then does this one have the optics cut on it? I don't think it does, but they do make. I know the Elite SC Compact, the one that I had, did have the optics cut on it, which is really nice. That's kind of almost becoming like standard across the board on the Caniks. So this is what I had. I had the all black model. I had the blackout model, is what they called. So it was all black, and it had an all black trigger also. But you do have an optics cut on it. It actually fit my hand really well, and it did come with, I think, like a 12 and 15 round mag or something like that. Yeah, 12 round with the optional finger rest, and then a 15 round magazine with extended base plate. The only thing I added to it was a grip sleeve to kind of take care of that notch in the back, because the bottom of my palm would fall into that, which was a bit awkward. But there are some aftermarket companies on eBay that actually make sleeves for the magazines for this. So you can actually get a sleeve to fill that space. They might even include one now. I don't know. Now I paid $349 for this model, but it was very smooth trigger, very smooth shooting, very light recoil. Heavy. It's heavy, but it's a very nice carry piece. I'd say that's going to be on par with almost like a P320, one of those, like a mid-sized model P320 SIG, or possibly like a Glock. No, it's going to be a little bit smaller than a Glock 19. Well, wider than a Glock, but more compact, but maybe G26. But really, really nice gun. Yeah, that's a nice one. Then you got the SF, that stands for Special Forces. They make this one in gold or all black. And this is just their traditional non-decocking, double action. What is it? 17, 18 plus 1, I think is what it carries. There's the back of it. Does have grip inserts. I guess I never paid attention
scroll down.
to that.
Scroll down. I thought that said 19.
No. 18 and 20 round full-size Canik magazines. Okay. Accepts both. So it does come with 18 round mags.
That's 18.
And you can run it, with 18 or 10 round mags, depending on where you're at. Black or FDE. Includes a factory holster, 2 mags, speed loader, and more. So you do get the little cleaning kit with it and stuff too. And again, like I said, the holster is going to work for you, but they're not going to be the best. But there's nothing wrong with it. Match grade 4.46 inch barrel. I believe it's cold hammer forged. Premium Canik trigger for unparalleled performance. You do get interchangeable back straps, reversible magazine catch. Obviously, you've got the ambidextrous. Let's go back and take a look at it here before I say it. Oh no, you don't have the ambi slide release slide stop. I thought they did on. Okay. There isn't one on the right hand. So this is a little bit different. It does not have those kind of traditional, like those Walther P99 style slide stops. It has a more reduced slide stop on the left side. I never realized that. I thought it was more like the original TP9, but apparently it isn't. So we can go back now. So yeah, the SF is the one that kind of has my attention, although I do like the SFT. Then they got the Elite Combat, which is a really cool model. Sometimes you can find these used. I know I've seen them for like $5.99 used. This one's going to have your little magwell in it. It's going to have a better trigger. It's got a salient arms barrel in it. It does have the ambi controls. Yeah, full ambi controls, reversible magazine release, slide stop, slide release. Don't know if you get night sights with it. It looks like it has a tritium front. Usually I know that they do have the Novak sights is what they do feature. So you do get some quality components on it. And this one comes with, let's see, a +3 aluminum extension and a 15 round spare mag. Okay. So you get an 18 and a 15 with it. So that's your TP9 Elite Combat. And again, that does have an optics cut in the top also. So that's ready to go. And then the Elite Combat Executive is basically the same thing, but it's blacked out, which I think is a very nice looking gun. And I'm not into flashy Gucci Glocks or anything like that, but I do like the look of that barrel that's in it. I think it's kind of cool. I think it goes along well with it. It's a nice highlight, but it's the only highlight on the gun, so it's not super, super flashy. Again, that's your Elite Combat Executive for $799. Now, is it worth, $300 more than, say, the TP9 or TP9 SF? Maybe. I mean, that Saline Arms barrel is going to be fairly expensive. That's probably what, $150 barrel, when you get into it. Foos, anything you want to say on the TP9 series? What do you think about that?
I got nothing.
We're good?
Yeah.
Single shot, what about you? Have we sold you on any models yet or not?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry for in and out all of a sudden here. I've had several problems this morning already. And they were all electronic. Anyway, yes.
Yeah.
But I heard Foos mention that they only make the one caliber, 9mm. Huh.
Yeah.
I kind of thought that was kind of not continuing with the market, but that's up to them. They may change their mind about making different calibers as well.
Well,
I'd like to see one in either 40 or 45.
With them doing 68 countries around the world, 9 might be their common caliber, their common.
Oh, yeah.
So they're
yeah, it is.
You also have.
We're a big market for them, but we're probably not the only market.
You also have to think how many people have said, "Oh, if you make this gun in this caliber, I'll buy it." They make that gun in that caliber, and nobody buys it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to see if they ever. I could see maybe if they did a 10, I could see them doing it in one of the larger, more premium models that somebody's willing to pay more for. Somebody who's really vested in the 10mm, used to that kind of a sticker shock, maybe when it comes to 10mm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the only other caliber, the other two calibers that could go in this for actually multiple, 380, 40, and 357 SIG are the ones that could do it.
Pretty super carry. Come on, bro.
No. So I know a guy who shoots this. He won production, he won limited, he won carry optics with the SFX, and not even the steel frame. He's like, I want them to bring out a 40. I want them to do this so I can shoot it so he could shoot it in limited. They won't do it for him. It's like they're doing this. They're you have your prize horse. Ride that prize horse. Why have your prize horse and put him in a stable to have another one whenever your prize horse is still, you predict that prize horse to be alive for another 20 years.
Yeah.
Why spend your resources now to develop another prize horse? They'll have another 5 years length.
Yeah. Wait
10 years and then develop your prize horse.
Yeah.
Your second prize horse. So.
How's your trigger pull on those?
On the Caniks, or what are you talking about?
Caniks are really probably the best striker trigger you'll have. That's not already cocked. You can get some SIGs out there. SIG and M&Ps have a fully cocked trigger. Caniks, Glocks, Walthers, CZs don't. So if something happens, the trigger is not back far enough to detonate a round. Whereas the fully striked ones are. So whenever you're pulling that trigger, you are pulling that striker back. So if you mess with your recoil spring, you also have to mess with your striker spring because they're pulling against each other. And as you pull the trigger, you're putting tension on both springs, and then it releases on these non-fully cocked strikers. All right, guns. Right. I would just buy it that there's maybe like one trigger spring return, trigger return spring. You might have to spend like $20 to upgrade it, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Like guns are solid.
Yeah.
Hey, Squibbleth, are you there, man? Man on the street, Squibbleth, are you with us? You out there? Squibby, you there? I'm sure if he's. I saw him get out of his vehicle. He might be chatting or meeting up with some people. I was going to see if he could check out the Canik booth if they're at NRAM. I was kind of curious to see. I haven't looked to see if they are or not. I know that they were at SHOT Show. So So real quick, we'll check out the signature series here. Okay, so Squib, whenever you get a chance, go ahead and chime in, and we'll catch up with you real quick and see kind of what your thoughts are and stuff. Signature series, limited numbers, limited runs, limited finishes that they're offering. This is their whiteout model, their all white model, which is kind of cool. It's a TP9 SFX, limited to 7,500. Each one's going to be serialized and numbered. It's just kind of fun, you know. It's got that kind of stormtrooper kind of feel to it. I think it's kind of a cool looking gun. $769 MSRP on that one. There's some unboxing videos. Even the spare mag's got the white base plate, the white follower, or the white speed loader, white plates for the top. It's kind of cool that they offer that. And then the other one that they have, which we were kind of talking about earlier, is their Miami, their signature series Mete SFT Miami. So the Mete series is their like one of their newest series that they offer. Mete, by the way, I think it means brave in Turkish, or gallant is what it means. And so I also heard that it was named after a general or something in Turkey a long time ago. But this is their Miami Days version, which, I mean, it looks like a toy gun from the 80s, but these are limited to 3,050 in honor of the iconic Miami area code of 305. So you can only there's only 3,050 of these made. I've seen them in person. They stand out. It looks like a water gun in the gun case.
Nice
you walk
looking.
by, it's like, what the heck is that thing? You know?
Nice looking piece.
I like that. I mean, it's like I said, I neon and me, you know, I did the neon thing a long time ago, but I get it. Retro's cool. People are into all things retro. And here's the Miami Nights version that you can get also. You've got the flamingo like etched into the barrel. You've got the palm trees on there. You've got the number on there also, the numbered series. You got the pink trigger and the
if I get one, you have to get one of each if you're going to do.
Yeah, you can't just, you got to get one. Yeah, if you're going to buy one, it'd be cool if you could get matching serial numbers. That would be awesome. But the chances of that happening are going to be pretty rare. You'd have to get somebody that maybe got batches at the same time that offered them. So,
well, I mean, the serial numbers can't be matching.
Well, not serial numbers. I mean, like the production numbers. The
production.
Numbers, the numbering on them. The 3,050. If they did one of each, that'd be cool. If you get them identical.
Sequential numbering.
Yeah, sequential numbering of the limited release. Yeah.
Hey guys,
Yeah, man. What's up?
the map here of exhibitors, and I don't see Canik listed. Would they be under a different company name?
I would go to if Century Arms is there.
Century Arms.
It's Canik USA, but if Century's there, they might be featuring Canik. They might split the costs on being at NRAM.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let us know if you check it out. I'm really kind of curious how that Rival S feels, the steel one. I want to handle one, man. Those are the dark side one's pretty cool. I do agree with Defense Dad what you said earlier. The what was it you said? The clone, the chrome version is a little bit too George Clooney Batman for you. I don't know, man. It's kind of I'm not really into flashy guns myself, but I think it looks cool. But I'm just having a little bit of fun, I guess, because everything I have is just so basic in my collection. But yeah, so that's your now the Mete SFT series. This is basically like an updated TP9 SF. You've got your optics cut in it. You've got a few enhancements in it also. You've got the flared magwell in it also, or the magwell adapter on the bottom. So the Mete SFT series is available as its own. So that is your signature series. And then we'll go over to the Canik Creations here in a little bit and show you what else they offer. Then you go into the Rival series. So we've got the SFX Rival S and the SFX Rival. And we talked about the S already. So Foos, the difference here is that the SFX Rival's just the polymer frame version. It's the same gun essentially. Well, different grip though too, right? You have looks more like a Mete SFT grip.
Yeah. So I mean, though the grip is the same design, except the Rival, the backstrap is only the backstrap. It doesn't have the integral sides because you could have the steel. Yeah. You could do stuff with more.
For complete grip all the way around.
But it's the same.
Yeah.
Slide will swap between the two.
Okay. Again, not a bad looking gun. I mean, the gold accents are fine, but and so you said this is something you could. Okay, so it says it can compete in IDPA, IPSC, and USPSA without restrictions.
Well, you have to pull a magwell off for 2 of the 3 divisions it could shoot in.
But you could compete with it though, essentially.
Yeah.
As is.
Oh yeah.
5-inch barrel. It's going to give you a nice full velocity on there too. Overall weight of 29.5 ounces,
which is light. My limited gun that I'm shooting this year is 54 ounces.
Let's check something real quick. What is that? Oh, by the way, the warranties on this, we haven't talked about this yet. Canik guarantees the firearm for life of the original owner. So you get a lifetime warranty if you're the original owner, and you also have to register it within the first 30 days. But I mean, that means they do stand behind their product. They're going to give you more than just a 1 year or 3 year or 5 year warranty. for the original owner, I mean, that alone makes it worth it. Now, I don't know what their registration process consists of, what exactly it takes, but
the
you
S,
need a serial number or not when you buy it.
These I would not worry about anything with them. Like they're
42.72 ounces, so it's almost 20 rounds heavier, or 20 ounces heavier than the polymer version, the S,
and
steel version.
it's all, and majority of it is in your grip where you want it.
Okay,
it feels phenomenal.
And then maybe the dust cover too's got a little bit of weight, kind of keeping that nose down on it also. And now
it's a 9mm. You're not going to have recoil. So
it's about $220 more, but you're getting an all metal gun with a lot more options. Different adjustability. Unique grip style. I think it's worth the price premium personally. That's just me, but I would probably go steel. I'd get the all dark version of it if I got one.
I would, whenever I will be buying a Canik. Whenever I moved up near KC, I had a Canik and I had a P10F, and I let my girlfriend decide because I was going to buy her one of them. Yeah. She bought the P10. I was kind of hoping she was going to buy the Canik, but she didn't, because I like the Canik feel better than the P10 feel. But she has smaller hands. She's different.
Oh, it was the Elite, you said?
It was the SFX.
Oh, SFX. Okay. Yeah, we have.
It wasn't the. It was before the Rival came out.
Okay. Okay.
So I was like, hey, here, figure out whatever you want, and I wish she would have bought the Canik, but she bought the CZ. I don't like shooting that CZ. I don't like the grip. But I will have probably next year, because I'm probably not gonna shoot CZs after this year in competition.
Okay.
I'm thinking about a couple, 2, maybe 3 S's, if not more.
Okay. Squibby, our man on the street, what do you got to say, man? I saw you just walk by the Wolf ammo table. You said ask them if they're even going to be around next year when those ammo supplies dry up.
Yeah, I'll do that after I take care of this and go over to the press room to get my credentials. So where you see entry arm Canik, what do you want me to look at?
The Rival S. Is that what it is? Yeah, the Rival S model, to see what you think about it.
Guns to me. What's it look like?
It's shiny and bright. It's gonna have like a mirrored nickel finish, or it's gonna be like a real shiny finish. The Rival S.
Can you get rid of that super chat that's covering his image?
All right, we're doing some t-shirts before we give away the Canik SAMC 9. So if you want a shirt, make some noise.
Yeah, looks like they're giving away a gun.
A Canik.
They're giving away a Canik. All right, watch Squibby win it. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
He's kind of showing some. So right now, Squib's at NRAM in Indianapolis, and he's showing us. He's kind of getting himself situated. He's trying to balance a camera and stuff and show off some of the guns. But they throwing guns at everybody. You get a gun, and you get a gun, and you get a gun. You get a gun too.
Yes.
You get a gun. And you get a gun. Yeah, you get a koozie. You get a t-shirt. You get a mag. Oh my God! Look at this. He just went in the middle of just like a party or something. Look at this. This is happening live, by the way. Squib is currently in Indy as we speak. So, yep, this is some top-rate journalism here, people. Look at that. That's awesome.
Everybody, you're live on YouTube. Say hi, Travis. Hi, Travis. Louder than that. Come on.
Hey, tell them to subscribe to Travis P11. Say, go subscribe to Travis P11. Let's do the ultimate plug here. Oh my God.
So which model did you want me to look at?
The Rival S?
The Rival S. All right, let me.
Rival S. Yeah, find the Rival S and see what you think about it. Is it worth the premium? Yeah.
All right.
Where's she at? Oh, it's got its own little stick. There you go. On the right there.
They're both.
Yeah, what do you think of that? Is that a little too much bling for you there, Squib, or not?
All right, I don't know what you guys want me to do. They're
what do you oh, I see.
They're not. So
yeah, what do you think?
So let's take a look at the sights. I kind of like the sights.
You tell there's no. I don't think they have the striker in it because they had to take that on the show. But yeah,
well, it's got cocked.
Yeah.
Plenty of gription here.
Yeah. How's it feel, man? Does it feel pretty hefty? It's got a little weight to it.
The weight's fine. Weight's fine. I like the fact that it's got a full-size barrel.
Oh yeah, you get the 5-inch barrel with it. Yeah, yeah. Sweet, man. Look at this. This is some live stuff we got going. This never happens. Look at that. It's a free T-shirt and everything. Watch, we'll get a coupon for a free handgun. That's cool, Squib.
I got some patches here. I'll give them to you for Thunder on the Prairie.
There we go. Nice. We got some Canik patches showing up here, so very cool. Awesome. All right, Squib. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate you showing that off. That's awesome, dude.
They want you to tag them, whatever that means.
I think we have to do tag them in like a comment or something, or hashtag or something like that. Is that what they want? They want
probably whenever the video renders.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll put that in the description, or I'll put that in the tag at the end of the video. So yeah, there you go. We'll make it happen, man.
All right, so we got some Canik patches for Thunder on Prairie swag bag.
Look at that. Nice. Make sure you keep one for yourself though too. Very cool. You got a T-shirt? What is that? Ooh, you got a T-shirt too to go along with it. Nice. Check it out, man. Look at that. Round of applause for Squib Lift. Excellent journalism on the ground there. Nice guerrilla combat style. Just kind of jump right into it. So not afraid to just walk right up to him and say, "Hey, let me see that gun."
Dude, these are a commodity. I just had 2 guys try to swipe these off the table.
No, you would say, "Bro, what are you doing? These are not free. You better get your handbag out and throw them in there."
Yeah, let me go ahead and get these put away in my bag.
Did you bring your oversized bug out bag with you so you can knock everybody over as you try to make your way around everyone?
Actually, I got this bag because of the episode we did on if you get stranded and what sort of things you should have in your vehicle and whatnot. I've got a bag that I'm going to keep in my truck, and I decided I'd wear it for the first time here to test it out, see how well it does load bearing. It's just an old Italian rucksack surplus I bought at Midway USA. So cool. I'll be stuffing the swag in there. And
it goes in there before somebody walks off with them. It's kind of funny people just walk off and take your patches without even asking, it's America.
Last time I was here, I was talking to the rep at Remington, and they put a stack of stickers on the table, and a hand came out between me and one other YouTuber thing from the Addams family and just snatched the entire stack of stickers.
God, man, manifest destiny, huh? Holy crap. That's NRAM.
Yeah.
Get it while you can. So
can.
Jeez, man, that looks like a lot of fun. And it's cool. You guys make sure you check out Roll Call 219's channel. And I'm not sure who else is there doing. Is Gizzard Gary there? Did he make his way out there too?
Chris from the 740s here. I think Clover and Ghost are here.
And you're going to get you're going to see some new guns featured here that maybe weren't shown off at SHOT Show. Either they were saving them for NRAM or they weren't ready at that point. So that's cool, man. Yeah. That's where I saw that Henry's got the revolvers they're coming out with now. I saw Roll Call's video on that. I had no idea that they're in the revolver game now. So yeah. Oh, New York Outcast. Hey, Squibby, New York Outcast says he'll take a Smith & Wesson shirt and hat. So
you have to come here to get it. So
ooh, that would require a road trip. That would require a road trip.
Yep.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Hey, dude, go talk to Wolf and just say, are you guys going to do some domestic ammo production? Ask him. Say, what's going to happen to the company? Because
over there right now.
There you go. Say, what's going to happen to your ammo production since it's with the import licenses drying up and stuff. What are your plans? Look at this guy. He's
volume and let you ask them. Hi guys. You guys okay with being on YouTube?
No.
Okay.
That's fine. Not a problem. Hey, if they don't want to do it, it's all good. That's kind of no problem, man. That's fine. Well, if you get a chance, Quibi, just say, hey, just what do you guys, do you guys have plans for?
You want to know if they're going to do domestic production, right?
Yeah. US, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay. We will head back to real quick the Canik website here. So Squib, thank you for that on the ground journalism. This is like groundbreaking stuff for the podcast for today. This really gets far away from where we are. So again, the Mete line is out. This is kind of the updated version of the SF. I really like the SFT black. This would be one I'd consider. Basically, your optics cut, slightly enhanced version of the SF. And then they got these loadout packages, which depending on the quality of the holsters, this is okay. So it seems like a lot of money, but you get 2 holsters, one for the gun with the light and one without. You get an Olight PL Mini Valkyrie 2. You get a second threaded barrel, backstrap, speed loader, toolkit, 3 magazines. 2 of them have +2 extensions or +3 extensions. Magazine carrier, case, lock, all that stuff together for about $500 more than the price of the gun. But if you go price those holsters, you're probably looking at $150, $50 a piece, right? Extra mags with +2 extensions can cost you easily $50, if not more. Plus, you get the mags, right? The PL Mini 2 Valkyrie is at least $50, if not more. So it's about the same as buying everything separate. So they do have these little loadouts you can get with everything ready to go. And you can get that on the SFT. And I think they also offer it, on the SFX. You can also get on the SFX. That'd be a nice package deal to kind of get you up and running, especially if you want to get into competition to get those mags that you need. Now, I would imagine it comes with flat base plates also. And again, optics ready to go right out of the box. And that one's $11.99, so it's a little bit more, but the gun's also more expensive out of the box too. And so again, that's the SFX series. Now I fired not the Mede, but I fired the regular SFX, and I really did like it. Now the MC9 is the one that really kind of has my attention. And I thought these were supposed to be manufactured in the USA. It does say made in Turkey on the sides of them. And maybe they're going to, maybe what we get in the USA is made in the USA, or maybe they ship the slides over and they're finished in the USA. I don't know. Maybe they do say that the materials are coming over from Turkey, but they are going to be made in the USA. Like, final assembly is going to be here, which is the only way they could really get them imported. But the MC9 is their version of the micro compact. It's kind of their competitor to go along with the P365 and some of the other small micro compacts that are out there. It does have the, I believe, ambidextrous slide stop, slide release. It does, but they've been shaved down on the side so they're thinner, because that adds a considerable amount of thickness to the gun when you've got the full size slide stop, slide releases. So you do get, I believe that this is a 10+1 and a 12+1. Does have an optics cut, which is very cool. Barrel length 3.18 inches, 3 grip back straps. You do get a custom holster. You get the punch and tool kit with it, cleaning brush and jag rod, 1 finger extension magazine base plate, 12 and 15 round mags, and has an unloaded weight of 21.2 ounces, which is not bad. I think my P365 weighs about the same. I want to say it's around 18 to 20 ounces. So yeah, this is the MC9. This is their micro compact. I haven't had a chance to watch any tests on it yet, but I do want to see how well it runs. 1.12 inches wide, which is very thin. 9mm. You get it in black FDE or two-tone. Blacked out rear sight, white dot front sight. Not a night sight on the front. I wish it had a night sight on the front. That would be cool. Overall length is 6.1 inches. And the price on this one is $439. That's a really good deal. $439. You're probably looking at like $399. And in an era and time when your P365s are about $499, I'd say that's a really good deal. So the MC9 is pretty cool. Now, I mean, how well does it fit the hands? I'm kind of curious. I'm okay using these short grips now because I practice enough that I'm fine with it, but you might have a little bit of trouble getting some purchase on there. Hey, Squib, if you see High Point, ask them what their thought was behind making the 30 Super Carry carbine. In case you guys don't know, High Point is actually marketing and selling a 30 Super Carry carbine now. So we'll look at that real quick. And they've got another one that they added to the series, which is kind of crazy. I mean, they just come up with stuff just out of nowhere. I'm kind of curious what gives them these ideas. So maybe we'll get an answer on the 30 Super Carry carbine. Like, what were they thinking when they did? Because you think a 380 plus P would basically take care of it, I don't know.
I'll ask if I get over there.
No, that's fine, dude. Hey, have fun. We're not trying to put you to work. You're there to have a good time. You're there to relax. You're there to,
No, this is a working trip.
This is a working trip. This is a tax write-off is what this is.
Yeah, it is.
There you go, man. Now back to the Mete series. You got the SFX. You've got the SF Black, the SFT Black, which is the one that I really like. The Mete SFT Pro. Now I wish they did the SFT loadout package in all black. I don't know if they do. I think it might only be the two-tone setup. And that's also because they're probably not going to offer it in all black because the holsters would be different and so on. Let's see here. I don't know if they mentioned the colors or not. If you guys have any questions out there in the chat, just let us know. Oh yeah, black slide FDE frame. So it's going to be two-tone only if you want to get this bundle, which is not a bad deal because trying to track down holsters could be a pain for this, or trying to find ones that you like, but at least you've got everything ready to go right out of the box. And the suppressor ready barrel is always a bonus too. So that's always nice to have. So that is their Mete series. And I think that's basically about it. We've covered, and the last one, Canik Creations. Okay. So this is something that they are offering. Here's what it says. It says, the diversity of the 2A community is wide and beautiful, and we here at Canik wanted to make something for everyone to enjoy and be proud of. The Canik Creations line combines the durability of Cerakote with the ability to choose an intricately designed pattern that best describes the end user's personality. The possibilities of this series are endless, and we here at Canik intend to put that to the test with new designs of being imagined every day. So they've got Blue Cyber, which looks like an old like PC computer panel. It's like a blue purple, almost like a dark, almost like a purple frame with blue print on it. So this is one you can actually get the MFT model in this. You can get modern Digi, which I think is very cool. You get modern Digi camo with your black sights on it. That's also in the regular Mete series. They do dark green and they do green modern. And then this is the one that I really like. This must be either dark green or gray. Yeah, dark gray modern Digicam. I just think that is sweet. If I got an MFT, it would probably have to be this one right here. So I do like that. And then they've got the Green Bomber series, which has like an Air Force style. It's got a pinup girl on the grip right there. It's funny, put your thumb there. It's got the Air Force markings on the back of it. It looks like a bomber. Oh, it does have the shark mouth on the front. So I'm not sure if you guys can see that. That is cool, man. So if you're somebody who's into, that kind of thing, you like the Air Force. Yeah, there you go. I mean, things like this don't bother me if they're tastefully done. Some people might say it's tacky. I just think it's kind of cool. It's a neat idea. And the rivets the rivets do mimic the frame of the gun in case you don't notice that. So that is kind of cool how they do it. Yeah. I don't know. That's just fun. That's fun. I like that. But yeah, that if I got a gray MFT Digi, that would be sweet. That'd be very sweet. That's probably my second favorite color next to OD green. So that is what Canik has to offer right now for the domestic market. What's that, Single Shot?
I say I like the two-tone setups that they had there. You showed it earlier, silver and black. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, now if we could just get that in some different calibers, that'd be sweet, man. Good stuff. All right, what do we got here? Wood says that Squib's going to get Rob a Glock hat and shirt. April Fool's has already passed. That'd be funny, though, if he did that. So
that would be funny.
What else we got here? Fluffy 10mm Jeep guy says, I shot an MC9. It was very nice. New York Outcast says, I never paid more than $70 for a holster. Normally get them delivered for $40. Yeah, same here. I get a lot of my holsters off of eBay. I go find mom and pop shops that are local because a lot of times it's weird. They're the ones that make holsters for guns that I have that a lot of other companies don't. Just odd. I don't know what it is, but there's 2 or 3 that I bought from that are really nice. Just little, I say mom and pop because they don't even have like a regular website. You just buy directly from them on eBay, and they might have a shop. A couple of them are located in Florida that I purchased from. Wood says, so they offer 10-round mags for states that hate freedom. Yeah, they offer some 10-round versions of the guns too. Like the TP9, I believe the SF or the Elite, you can get in a 10-round version. You'd have to check the website to see what they offer specifically, so not 100% sure. Foos said that he had to drop out. He'd catch us later. Foos, appreciate you being here, man. Thank you so much. We're going to wrap up here pretty soon. So Defense Dad says, I want to get me a Walther or HK hat. So Squib, you could be taking like orders from all of your buddies, man. You could have been doing some deliveries here, man. Getting all this swag for everyone. Let's see. I'm kind of curious to see
some of the swag.
Squibby, I'm kind of curious to see who Squibby talks to when he's there at NRAM. Also, the other thing about Henry, I tell him to quit introducing new models. Why don't you focus on making what you can make so people have something to buy on the shelves instead of just like 22 Golden Boys and that's it. That's all I ever see when I go to Shields. Let's get some other guns out there, man. They got to hurry up because you got Ruger making those 336s now. Although I'm going to buy, I will own both at some point. So, Bearded Lunchbox says he's only 2 hours north of Indianapolis. Fluffy 10mm Jeep guy says I've got a rival and TP9 SF and an Elite, or he's got a rival, a TP9 SF and an Elite. Fluffy 10mm Jeep guy, what do you think of that TP9 SF? Is that a pretty good gun? I really like that MFT or whatever it's called. I have to go back and look at that again. The SFT or the Mete SFT. Very, very cool. So yeah, so there you go. That's a little bit about Canik, the history, the current production that the company has to offer. Check them out. Rent one if you get a chance, And the last thing I want to share with you, and this is just totally, I just mentioned it earlier, some kind of a spoiler alert. In case you haven't heard yet, let's get this shared for everybody. Now, Single Shot, I know you want to get this, man. I know you want to get this. We got the new High Point carbine in 30 super carry. That's it, people. You asked for it. You got it. The 30 super carry carbine.
30 super carry.
This is not an April Fool's joke. They are making a 30 super carry carbine. I didn't know you can still buy 30 super carry on the shelves. I'm kidding. It actually has 5 or 6 spots in my local shields. Idea behind it, I don't know. I don't know what the idea. I guess they want to be the first, and there's nothing wrong with that. Kind of like how they offer a 10 millimeter handgun for $200. I'm not going to under $200. I'm not going to disagree with that. But yeah, 10 round capacity, all weather, black or hydro dip molded polymer, depending on the model. 6.25 pounds.
Hey, Travis, we have a guest appearance.
Uh-oh. Hey, all right. We got a little Gizzard Gary action going on. What's going on, Gary? How you doing, man?
Is my mic
all right?
Travis?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is my mic picking him up?
No, I can't hear him very loud. No, not really. You're gonna have to get closer.
Hey, how are you?
You're doing good, Gary. How you doing, man? You having fun?
Yeah, been keeping busy, getting quite a few miles in on the old shoes and everything. But
definitely. You gonna go visit the tourist booth?
I already been there.
All right. What about Canik? Are you into Caniks yet or not?
I've been by Canik. I haven't stopped in yet.
When you guys get a chance, go to High Point. Tell them to hurry up and get that Yeet Cannon 2 out there so we can get it.
I'm gonna go back by today. So. And
then also ask them what was the idea behind the 30 super carry carbine? Why did they decide to come out with that? I'm kind of curious.
Yeah. They thought that 30 super carry was getting more and more popular, and they thought they'd be able to move some carbine. I kind of question that.
Yeah, they're trying to make it popular.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to make it popular. Well, I mean, yeah, they can come out with the 10 millimeter carbine. Nobody's complaining about that. So,
yeah.
How you doing, Gary?
I'm doing good, single shot. How are you?
Not bad, my friend. Enjoy.
Oh, thank you.
Nice. Good deal.
He caught me coming down the aisleway, so thought I'd say hi. So.
That's cool, man. It's good you guys are having a little meet and greet going on there and kind of hang out and stuff. So
his wife earlier and Chris Poro and all
very cool.
All hanging here somewhere. There's quite a group around here.
Good deal.
And Stewart's supposed to be Ozzy.
Okay.
Sometimes
Ozzy Osbourne, Chris in the 740, Jason Stewart, the whole
it's quite
the whole Midwest cruise out there, huh?
Drafting this trailer.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Right on. So did you guys get a chance to see the C9 Sparkle series now that High Point's making? I think they're losing their minds. Do you see this?
I did see that. It's
what do you think of that? How's the purchase on that? Is it really slick or not? Because it looks like My Little Pony just like vomited all over a C9. So I'm sure people will buy them. I'm sure people will get them. There you go, guys. That's the ultimate. I know Defense Dad wants one of these. He wants the Sparkle White, and I'm probably going to get the Sparkle Blue. So look at that, red, white, and blue, guys. Red, white. Now you got to get all three. You got to get Sparkle. Just get red, white, and blue. You should make a flag out of Sparkle C9s. That's what you should do. Nice. I'm telling you, man, this is where it's at. So
you bet.
Cool. Hey, guys, we're gearing up to wrap up, so we're probably going to go ahead and call. We've been going for a little over an hour, so we covered anything on the Canik series. But you guys have fun, man. You guys have a good time and bring us back some content. And Gary, I've been watching your videos. I watched your video of the Henry Revolver. That was Roll Call that did the Henry Revolver video. But I'll be watching all you guys to see what you put out there to show us what's new. So, yeah.
Well,
cool.
Well, I wish you.
What's that?
I wish you were here.
Oh man, hey, I'm a member. I could be out there. I should have gone actually. I should have taken off this weekend and headed out, but you know me, man. I gotta go.
Yeah, I know.
Cool. I could have hitched a ride with you. I could have drove down to Kansas. We could have rode together. I could have picked you up and drove you out there. Yeah.
All right. But I'll see you in a little bit.
Sounds good. Definitely.
All right.
Well, you guys take care and have fun at your show. Okay. Be safe. Say hi to all the protesters for me. Like, what protesters? Yeah. Cool. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Woods, his comment about those Canik C9 Sparkles, he goes, "Oh my God, that's so dumb. I love it." Yeah, I mean, hey, red, white, and blue sparkle. Why not? Let's just throw it out there. You know, if paint it or pin it or stick it, somebody's bound to buy it. So who cares, right? There you go. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I want to thank you guys for joining us today as we talked about Canik Firearms, the past, the present, the future. It was a fun episode today. We had all kinds of crazy stuff happen. We had Foos joining in earlier. We got our man on the ground, Squibby, over there hanging out at NRAM 2023, showing off all the new stuff, talking to some of the tables and not talking to some of the tables. Wolf, you let me down, Wolf. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and let things go here. So let's let the channels give us their final plug. Let us know where we can find you, and we will go from there. I'm hoping I can get to the range this weekend. I make no promises. I do have a family project I need to work on at least today, so I might not be filming until tomorrow. I've got an idea for 2 different videos, so we'll see what I'm actually able to do. The weather has taken a turn for the worst here in Nebraska. We went from 85 to 44, and we've had rain all night. I think it's finally done now. Might warm up a little bit tomorrow, but I might just get out there quick and do a quick video for you guys and see what happens. But we also need to get back into doing the drawings. I'm hoping to get an April drawing done for Patreon. I will make that happen. And then don't forget about Thunder on the Prairie, which is going to happen the first weekend in June. Go over to Nebraska Shooters. Head over to nebraskashooters.com and look at the calendar and check out the first weekend in June, because Thunder on the Prairie 2023 is going to happen. It's a big gathering of Pro 2A folks, people that enjoy shooting firearms. A lot of YouTubers are going to sign up and be there. We got swag we're giving away. It's a 2-day event. Make sure you guys check it out. The first day is going to be a shooting competition and open range day. Second day is going to be an opportunity for people to film on the range if they want to make videos, walk around the range safely, do their shooting, and not be yelled at by RSOs. That's going to be the idea. We're still going to be there as RSOs, but you're going to get your own little zone that you can film at safely, which is going to be really cool. So anyway, make sure you guys check that out. It's going to be a lot of fun, and shout out to Defense Dad for helping organize that event, and a lot of vendors donating to the event, which is really cool. And we'll go from there. Check my channel. I've done a couple videos on it already. Just scroll down my list, and you can find the Thunder on the Prairie 2023 video. So that's all I got for plugs. Single Shot, anything you want to say before we go?
Well, I hope everybody has fun at NRAM. I wish I could get out there myself, but this route is pretty much dedicated to just a few locations, so I'm not over the road like I used to be. Take care. God bless everybody. Drive safe when you're coming back from NRAM, and America moves by truck. Keep an eye on the channels. I'll venture to get a couple of videos out there on them with Single Shot ! On YouTube and Daywolf on Rumble.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Good having you here every weekend. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And again, fun having you guys join in. So next week we'll look up and see what brand we haven't covered yet, and we'll talk about what they have to offer. So again, I just enjoying this, just talking about all these different companies and looking at their catalog and talking about their history and seeing what people's experiences are. We just talk guns on this podcast. That's what it's all about. So, all right. And then last, but certainly not least, Squibby, anything you want to say before we go?
Yeah, I'll say bye, Alicia. I'm going to go ahead and drop out and do some around.
You do that. You enjoy, man. You have a lot of fun, and don't spend too much of everybody else's money, all right?
All right.
Take care, man. Thanks for being here. Awesome. Have fun at NRAM. All right. Kevin June with us today says, good morning, y'all. I just got done coaching a volleyball game. Have a great weekend. Kevin, we're about to. It's going to be cold and freezing here in Nebraska, but we're going to do it. He says he's going to watch the replay. You do that, sir. We just kind of got into kind of the detailed history of Canik and their origins, and part of that was to kind of show off that they're not a fly-by-night company just assembling stuff. And like I said, a little remote Quonset out in the middle of Turkey, right? They're a modern production facility that has origins in aerospace design and manufacture, and also heavy machine gun production. So again, it's a company to take seriously. They are a serious competitor, and the fact they're making a U.S. factory and that's going to be churning out, their production is basically making 1 gun per minute. That's definitely going to throw some competition out there. So they're definitely getting up there. I thought they were like the number 7 largest handgun producer in the world at this point, if I'm not mistaken, with their production numbers. So, all right. Thanks for watching today, guys. Let's give a shout out on the YouTube side. So watching today, we had Kevin June, Scott79, Woods is out there, Mountain View, Bearded Lunchbox, New York Outcast, Scott79, Ricky Williams. Good morning, Ricky Williams. Fluffy 10mm Jeep guy, Defense Dad, AR Gun 1776 in the house. Let's see, Defense Dad, Bjorn, New York Outcast, YNH, Tony York watching today too, Vanessa Kitty. Let's see, Zinger's out there watching today. M. Gabriel joining us bright and early this morning. 500 Magnums out there. Tommy Gunn joining us from the land up north, a.k.a. Canada. Josie Olia's out there. GSB9 in the house. Let's see, did I miss anybody? Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Kim Williams, my mom's out there. Gunmetal Guy USA, Mike's in the house, Mountain View, usual suspects, man. Tacos and French fries. I think that's about it. So thanks for watching today, guys. This has been episode number 278 of America's favorite quality of life improvement podcast, The Caliber Corner. Make sure you check out the channel Travis P11. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. I'm pretty much all over the place. Gunstreamer, GunTube, all those fun places. UGEtube. Also over on Odyssey, just type in Travis P11. You're going to find the same videos pretty much everywhere. Like and subscribe. But in the meantime, I want you guys to have fun. I want you to be safe. Get out there, go to the range, and have a good time. And as you know, we'll talk to you soon. So bye, Felicia.